Hello all, welcome to Web Technologies lecture series. This is Pawan Kumar Verma, working as Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SRK Engineering College. So the main objective of this video is to learn about different types of CSS. We already learned about what CSS is and how the CSS can be applied, and what are the advantages and what are the uses of CSS. So in this video we are going to learn about the types of CSS. There are three main types. One is inline, and the next one is internal, and third one is external. These CSS are the main important things to the these three types of CSS will be used in web pages and how we can apply them, and let us see how these inline CSS and internal CSS and external CSS will be applied to the web pages. So first, coming to the types of CSS, how the CSS will be applied and how the browser read means, how browser reads a style sheet is, it will format the HTML document according to the information in the style sheet given by us. So it will format the HTML document according to the rules or according to the attributes that we are given. There are three ways of inserting a style sheet. As I already told, we can insert a style sheet in the three ways. First one is inline, and second one is internal or embedded. Third one is external style sheet. So let us see one by one. So first one is inline CSS. Inline styles are placed directly inside a specific HTML element in the code. So how inline CSS can be used and what are its limitations is, inline CSS can be used only for a particular single element. We can use that inline CSS in the element what we want to give the style. For suppose we want to use the inline CSS for one element. So our element is nothing but tag. For suppose we want to give in p tag, just use this inline CSS. The style applied at the occurrence of the HTML by using style attribute. So by using style attribute, we are going to use this inline CSS. The next style attribute can contain any CSS properties. Using style is equal to some, we are going to some attributes, CSS attributes. So inline styles cannot be reused at all. So inline CSS can be used only for one particular element or one particular tag. So in simply, inline CSS is nothing but it will be used for using in single element or particular tag. We cannot reuse this inline CSS. So there are so many limitations. Better inline CSS will be used in very low cases. Better you can avoid also. Just inline CSS is nothing but when we are using attributes in p tag, this it is the just replacement. So this is the inline CSS example. So as I had already told, we can give to particular single element. So we must use style attribute. Style is equal to property and value. So for p, this text is style. I am giving this inline CSS to single element p. So for p, I had given style is equal to, this is the attribute, style is equal to, so next one, property colon value. Value is red. So if you want to give another one, use this next font size 30 points. So the next one is text align center. So this is how the inline CSS can be applied to a single element. If you want to use the inline CSS to this h1, simply place h1 space style is equal to, attribute style must be compulsory, style is equal to color colon orange. That's it. This the normal text will be appeared in orange. This is how the inline CSS can be used. So in simple, inline CSS can be used for a single elements. So next, coming to internal CSS, the internal style sheet may be used for a single page if it has a unique style. If our page has 10 h1s and 10 paragraph text and 10 links, these internal CSS will be useful. The internal styles are defined within the style element. So how these internal style sheet is, we must use the style tag and in between the style tag we must apply the selector and its attributes and properties. So where we are writing the style is inside the head section, so we are not writing any body or any other document. We are writing the style, the CSS, internal CSS in head document, main points. In inline CSS we are writing the CSS in a particular element. In internal CSS we are writing the CSS in the head section by using the style element. So the next one is all the desired selectors along with the properties and values are included in the header section between style and style tags. So if you want to give h1 selectors and the properties, just give them in style which is there in header section. So let us see the simple example. So this is the some internal CSS example. See, in head I am using this style tag. This is the style element. In between style we are going to write the internal CSS example. So for body I am applying the background color pink. So for h1 I am applying the color to maroon and font family to this Verdana. So next one, it will apply for all the body. So coming to the main body element, in body h1 is heading. There are two elements, h1 is heading, this is paragraph. So these CSS will be applied to this whole heading and h1 and p. These h1 properties will be applied to this h1. If there are 10 h1s in this page, you can apply, it will be applied to all h1s. If there are 10 paragraphs and you had given this p in this internal CSS, it will be applied. So for body it will be applied background color to pink. It is simple. So coming to external style sheet, this is the most powerful and useful for all. External CSS will be applied by all of many websites including Facebook. Every big websites are using this external style sheet. The main idea behind this external style sheet is if we are having multiple web pages and we want to give the same layout or same property or same color for particular elements, for suppose we want to give same color to all headings in different pages, so these external CSS will be very useful to all of us. So these external style sheets are useful when we need to apply a particular style to more than one web page, as I already told. The main idea in this type of style sheet is that the desired style is stored in external.css file. So coming to inline CSS and internal CSS, we had used in inline CSS for a particular element and internal CSS in the head section. So if we want to use the external CSS, we must write one .css file and we must place the selectors and elements in that .css file and use that .css file for the web pages we want to use. If there are 100 web pages, just use that CSS file with using link tag. With using link tag, we are going to use the CSS file. So the name of the external.css file has to be mentioned on our web pages. So this CSS file will be named to be mentioned in the web pages we want to use using this link tag. So then only the styles defined in the CSS file be applied to the all web pages. So if you write one CSS file and if you want to apply in 100 or 1000 or n number of web pages, we must use this CSS file in the link attribute of web page which we want to use. So simple. To use external CSS, we must follow the first rule and we must create a .css file. CSS will be saved in the extension of .css. So in CSS we are writing p selector flower brackets open and we are writing the properties and values. So for p we had written simple for p, and if you want to written any h1 you can write h1 only in this mylestyle.css. So coming to the next, this is the external.html page. So as I already told, how to use these CSS is use link tag. It must be placed in the head. Link relationship is equal to style sheet href. Hyperlink reference is equal to mystyle.css. This is the CSS we are using. So the relationship is equal to style sheet. This is not mandatory, just use href is equal to milestyle.css. So this link must be used in the head section. So next one, this paragraph is style. This is the same body. If you want to see, if you want to use the same mystyle.css in some other file, external one.html, just go to that HTML page and place this link in the head section. So if you want, the main advantage is if you are having 10 external pages, external 1 to external 10, if you want to change the paragraph in blue, just if you change in this mystyle.css, all color will be all the pages, it will be changed. So let's see the examples one by one. I'm opening, first of all I'm executing the inline.css. So as I already told, this inline.css is, see, coming to the inline CSS, this is the normal text, and I had used the inline CSS for only this paragraph. Style is equal to color red, font size 30, text align center. So this is applied. So this is how the inline CSS is used. So coming to internal CSS, see, this is the internal CSS example. As I already told, internal CSS will be written in the style tag in between head. So in style, this will be applied to the whatever elements we want to use. For body, I had applied background color to pink. The background color is pink, and for H1 color maroon. This is maroon, and this is the heading one. And I had given the font family as Verdana, and it is showing. So these are all these H1. If I had given some other H1, all these H1 properties will be applied to the CSC also. Check this. So this is maroon. So this is the use of inline CSS. So next, coming to external CSS. So as I already told, external CSS will be in, we must write some CSS file. This is the .css file. I had written mystyle.css. In mystyle.css, I had given P for P, color green, font family to Arial, H2 to color, and these colors. So I am applying this link in this external CSS. So see, to use the external CSS, use link relationship and type, just give it. This is not mandatory, just q type is equal to text by CSS hyperlink reference. This is the main attribute what we are going to see, what we are going to use, mystyle.css. So just execute this. So this is applied to SRK, and I had given for paragraph to green. This SRK is green, and for headings the color must be red. So you can use for multiple. If you want to use this for inline also, just place this mystyle.css like this. Just paste this line in all the web pages you want to use. This is the main advantage of external CSS. You can use this just one link in 100 web pages and it will be applied. So just follow the 3 simple rules for inline and internal and external. It is very useful and very colorful and very interesting topic also. So thank you.